That'll be fun. No, actually, we're Cole and Cameron invited us over for dinner Saturday night.
Are you going, Jeff?
To the party?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it'll be fun.
I told Adrian that, had to wear a tux and bow tie.
Get all the big to-do. Be worth it.
No.
Cut your hair, shave.
Yeah, you gotta shave.
You ready, Leona?
Yes, sir.
Recording in progress.
Call this meeting to order. If you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it
for which it stands, one nation,
under
under
God,
God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call for the record. Mayor Lindsay.
here.
Mayor Pro Tem Howe.
Here,
Councilor Crane is not here. Councilor Weeks.
Here.
Councilor Humbert is not here. We have a quorum. You may proceed.
At this time, I'd ask for approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda held on July 22nd, 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Moving on to old business. Item A, I'd like to open discussion to proceed with the ITB to procure 6 Clayton-built manufactured homes. I believe,
I'm here.
okay, there he is.
Mayor Lindsay, members of the council, Manager Ware and Clerk Strickland. That's what you have in front of you is a scope of work to put out for invitation to bid for those 6 homes that was decided on by the council to purchase before we go into a contract with Sustainability Partners. So what I'm asking is for permission to proceed with that competitive bid. I'll stand for any questions.
Any questions or comments? If not, I'll ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to proceed with the ITB to procure 6 Clayton-built manufactured homes.
I'll second.
Roll call vote on item A. Mayor Pro Tem Howe.
Here. Aye.
Aye. All right. And Councilor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Moving on to item B.
Thank you.
Discussion to proceed with RFP to procure a licensed manufactured home installer for the 6 Clayton-built manufactured homes. Mr.
Okay.
Lea.
Again, Mayor Lindsay and council. This what you have in front of you is a request for proposal, and the 6 homes that we're going to purchase require installation by a professional agency, a professional contractor. And so this RFP is to procure a contractor, a licensed contractor who can set the mobile homes on the foundation, connect the utilities, and do all the permitting that's necessary to connect the utilities to the home. I'll stand for any questions.
There's not any questions or discussion. I'd ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion.
I make a motion to proceed with an RFP to procure a licensed manufactured home installer for the 6 Clayton-built manufactured homes.
Second.
Roll call vote on item B. Mayor Pro Tem Howe.
Aye.
And Councilor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, moving on to item C, open discussion to proceed with the ITB for concrete foundation work for 6 manufactured homes. Mr. Lera?
Mayor Lindsay, members of the council, this particular invitation to bid is primarily for a licensed contractor to pour the concrete inside of the ribbon footings for each of these 6 manufactured homes. our own Public Works Department is going to be responsible for digging the trenches and preparing for that. But we are going to put out for RFP for a contractor to actually pour the concrete, reinforce the footings with steel, and any permitting that is associated with that work as well for those 6 homes. I do stand for any questions on that on that ITB.
So is this foundation proposal, would this make these units real property if installed and with this ribbon footing?
They will be permanent. They will be considered permanent. We haven't identified the repercussions of deeding the homes or in that. And Manager Ware, if you could interject anything on that, I'd appreciate that.
Mr. Mayor, Council, that is, this will be considered a permanent foundation. And so it will qualify for, to become real property. For the ones we own, we may want to do that. We don't pay property tax anyhow as a government agency. So it may make sense for these 6 to actually deed them to the village as real property. The ones with the other 24 that we're gonna put in, we will not own, so we will not be able to deed them in the same manner. We're currently in conversations with sustainability partners, and we believe it's gonna be best not to deed them. At this point, we're not 100% sure, but when it comes time to purchase those, we'll have an answer for the council.
I suspect there's probably gonna be some tax benefits for them to be personal property rather than real property as well.
Well, the issue is that I'm not sure that they'll qualify for real property because we own the land and they own the building. So I don't know that it can be deeded as real property with the split the way that they're owned by 2 different entities. If we were in partnership and we both owned both, they could be.
Well,
Since they own the building and we own the land, I don't know that it can be.
which is probably a plus because the tax benefits will probably be better.
It'll be a plus for them because then because they're not gonna, property tax wouldn't have to be paid either way.
They would get a tax on the structure.
On their
They'll
half.
get a separate tax, but it'd probably be,
Oh, just for
A
the
lot.
structure?
yeah, a lot
Oh.
cheaper. They'll get a personal property tax assessment for each year.
But that's for the 24, this is just for the 6 years.
Right.
This is just for the 6.
I was just saying with these even, there could be tax benefits to keep them as personal property rather than real property.
So we should,
I would like to understand the benefits of pouring the ribbon footing versus, especially if the others aren't.
Oh, even if the ribbon footage are there, it doesn't have to, you don't have to go through that process to convert them.
That's true. Yeah, you don't have to do it. Even if they're, I guess if it's in and installed that way, you have that option.
Right.
Okay, any other discussion or questions? I'll ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion. On item C.
Make a motion to proceed with the ITB for concrete foundation work for 6 manufactured homes.
Second.
Roll call vote on item C. Mayor Pro Tem Howe
Aye.
and Counselor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Moving on to item D, I'd like to open discussion for permission to proceed with wellness ordinance. Manager Weir.
Mr. Mayor, Council, so in pursuing this, as you're aware, the council has already approved the transfer of the property to the village of Angel Fire, and we have the closing on that scheduled. We believe that the leasing it back to them was going to require DFA approval. And when our legal counsel contacted the legal counsel for the DFA, they informed us, no, you don't have to get our approval for that lease, but you do have to, since you're leasing public land to a private entity, you do have to lease it through ordinance. So that's what this is, that our legal counsel drew up this ordinance. We have to go through the ordinance process, which means public notification. We have to have a public hearing, which we will have at the council meeting when it gets voted on. And so we have to follow ordinance requirements in order, and once the ordinance is passed, then we can actually take possession of the property, have it deeded to us, and then proceed with the rest of the arrangement, which is the leasing back to the Veterans Wellness Center.
Understood.
The only question I had was, on the second paragraph where it says, whereas the National Veterans Wellness and Healing Center, the very last it says, deed legal and equitable title to the village of the property. Should that be village of Age of Fire? But it just didn't sound right.
No, it's saying that, well, I mean, you can clarify it if you want, you can make an amendment to the ordinance. But what we're saying is, it's saying that it's deeded legal and equitable title to the village. He's talking about deeded and legal equitable title of the property to the villages. You're right, it probably would,
Yeah.
but that's the intent of it.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was,
That's a typo. I think that reads like a typo.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion? I'll ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion on item D.
I'll make a motion to approve for permission to proceed with the wellness ordinance.
Second.
Roll call vote on item D. Mayor Pro Tem Howe
Aye.
and Counselor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Item E for discussion, to approve resolution 2025-58, various bars. Mr. Rendon?
Yes, sir. Mayor, council, village manager, and clerk Strickland. This bar is for the airport. We're moving $253,213.17 into their revenue line. The reason for this is because when the 25 budget was formulated, airport wasn't a part of it. And so we picked them up recently, and so we've already started to generate expense there. And so this is a bar to basically fill in the hole that was created whenever we spent but didn't have money in place. And so we're moving money from the general fund over to an airport general ledger.
Mr. Mayor, Council, yes, this was really my fault. Knowing that we were gonna have a shortfall in our balance for this account, which you can't have a negative balance fund, but I should have budgeted for transfer out of the general fund, and I let that off of the budget when y'all approved the budget for this entity back whenever that was in January, I think. So it was an oversight on my part that I didn't present to y'all a balanced budget.
Any other questions or discussion? Not, I'd ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion on item E.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2025-58, various bars.
Second.
Roll call vote on item E. Mayor Pro Tem Howe
Aye.
and Counselor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
This evening, I'd like to open for discussion item F, to approve fourth quarter budget report. Mr. Rendon?
Yes, sir. On this one, we're just asking for approval of the fourth quarter budget reports, and we have verified that the ending cash balances on June 30th were in fact the numbers that we used when we started 1 July for fiscal year 26.
Any questions or discussion? I'll ask Councilor Weeks to make a motion on item F.
Make a motion to approve fourth quarter budget report.
Second.
Roll call vote on item F. Mayor Pro Tem Howe
Aye.
and Counselor Weeks.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I know it's not on the agenda, but if I could just make one quick announcement, I think it's really good news. Unfortunately, Mr. Lira has jumped off, but, and Chief Vance is not here, but we officially received the contract for the 5.22 million in appropriations for the fire department today. And it's backdated to July 1, which means any expenditures we had from July 1 on, we can use appropriation money to cover that in the development of the new fire station.
That's good news. Very good. All right, well, we'll end this meeting on that note. This meeting is adjourned.
Recording stopped.